Good morning, Bernard. Here we are on this sort of rainy, drizzly day. Where are we going today?
Well, just let me give you a little bit of history.
Oh yes, of course.
It's 5 years almost to the day when we did this walk last.
Really? Yeah.
Yes. August 2019.
What a memory.
And guess what?
It rained.
It absolutely poured down, and we had our lunch at Tarn, which is where we're going today, and it was pouring down. So we've parked here at the Staveley crossing, and we're going to walk in this easterly direction.
Yes.
Across the fields to Cowan Head, and then at Cowan Head we start our northerly track.
Righty-ho.
And you can see by the contours that it isn't flat.
No.
It isn't flat at all. It's a long climb up there to Pottertown, and then from there we cross country till eventually we start our return back through Staveley and back there, and it's over 5 miles, but I've got 9, and then I've whitened it out.
Oh, okay.
Presumably 900 plus feet.
Yeah.
Up here.
Yeah. Right. Okay, well, we'll give that a good attempt today, Bernard.
Thank you.
Commenced our walk today. As predicted, it's raining. This is the main road into Staveley, past the railway. As you can see, the umbrellas are in evidence.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. We're pausing here to chat to some gentlemen who are volunteers on this the church here, doing various works. A bit of banter going on.
Are you grave diggers? Is that what you're doing?
We're just inquiring as to the origins of this tower. There is a graveyard attached, as you can probably see from the photographs, and we're just asking them how long the tower has been going. Whether it appears that to the rear of this tower was a church, and the main body of the church was previously demolished. I'm not quite sure what year, but again it just leaves the tower here and the graveyard which these gentlemen are now tending. We're crossing the river here now, as you can see. Now, for the first time in a long time, there's a lot of water in the river, or rivers we've been walking over. So it just shows you the rain has returned. Yes, we're walking along a pulverised limestone path. Now, there's a weir. I was just checking to show my ignorance. This is the River Kent. I couldn't remember which river it was. We're walking along a limestone, pounded limestone path, which is always a good surface for walking. It's nice to see that some authorities who maintain these walking facilities do take things seriously. I think we've probably mentioned previously our worry about the maintenance of facilities in the countryside, particularly stiles, which can be particularly challenging and dangerous if not maintained. At the back of Staveley here, there's quite a lot of climbing. We're told 900 foot through the contours. You can see the chaps sort of starting the climb here with Staveley immediately behind us. This is the scenery at the back of Staveley. Some of our groups still coming up. You probably see them just spotted in the distance by that tree. The weather's, well, not too bad.
Inclement.
Inclement, we'll call it. That's as good a term as any.
I know it sounds a bit daft, but do you understand what I mean?
Again,
it's a nice experience.
Our hobby horse of the stiles. This one isn't too bad. In the slate here, it's a bit slippy, but it's reasonably well maintained. At the other side, it's steeper. Now, we have a standard procedure here, which is really sort of risk assessment, and we stand and help each other over the stile. And you are instructed as a new member of the group that you must always accept assistance when going over a stile, and this is provided by our members as a matter of course and common sense. As you can imagine, if someone gets injured on a walk, it will curtail all our walkers. We'd have to get the injured person back to whatever medical assistance or whatever they needed. If it's midway into the walk, that really means the walk's cancelled. So we've, as I've said, again, perhaps ad nauseum, we're always very careful over stiles. Now we just commenced filming again. The rain has stopped now.
Doing it all.
It was really... we were wondering about the rain, which was really bad before. We were getting pretty wet. We're going to cut the walk short, but as you can perhaps see now from the video, it's fared up a bit, so we continue with the whole walk. To emphasise the point, you can see down the valley there, the sun's actually starting to come through and the rain recede, now that we're all quite wet. This body of water here is Tarn, although when you look towards the downside of it, it looks as if it's been dammed with a sluice. So it doesn't give a very natural Tarn-like feel to it. It looks more like a miniature reservoir. And we're proceeding down there across the waterway that comes out of the dam. This is the stream at the base of the Tarn, where, as you can no doubt see, the group have stopped for lunch. We have been here before, and it may be on one of our previous videos. Stepping stones across. We've come to the conclusion that if it was originally a tarn, it must have obviously been dammed afterwards. You can see the sluicing equipment at the top, which appears to be a rather strange design. Just another shot of the water coming over the overflow. I was going to climb up there and show you a picture of the tarn, but I'm not going to do it. The metal's all a bit rusty and greasy, and I don't want to fall over and miss my holidays, which are scheduled for a couple of weeks' time. As it so happens, I managed to get to the top of the sluice gate. This is a view of the Tarn, a curious sluice. One of our members enjoying the view, and then looking down the sluice weir, or whatever you want to call it, water race, into the stream beyond. Here's a finger post. Now, these gentlemen here are scratching their heads. I think we're in a position where we're not quite sure which way we're going to go now. Guidance will be provided in due course. As we walk along, you can probably hear the water. There's the beck at the side of us that's actually being fed from the tarn that we filmed earlier, the one with the sluice. And as it's rained, as we know to our cost today, the beck is full of water once again, and it's hurtling down there. I'm sure you can hear it. Just to prove the point, there is the beck as it tumbles down under the culvert under the road we've just walked across. Once again, another fervent discussion about which is the right way to go, or the left way. Off we go. Here we are back at the River Kent. Not far from where we started. We may get back before the rain returns. We found a fundamental problem. We're going down this path, and it appears the path is not a path, it's now part of the river. Having not been able to get down the river, we've gone the other way.
Again, this river was in high flood, and we have to climb into fields and back across again.
One of our members is reminding us this is actually part of the Dale's Way, humble though it looks. And even a few weeks ago, apparently the river was in flood. So I think I think the summer's gone, and the rainy season is finally with us, as we found this morning. For some reason, we've proceeded back up the river and it's nearly as watery as the other way. You can see the river here. It's quite a lot of water in it. You can probably see the rain is falling now. Quite surprisingly, water in the River Kent. Many of you might recall that in 2015 the Kent flooded quite disastrously in Kendal, to where it flows from here. I'm looking up the Kent. I'm trying to zoom in on this bird. Is it still there? Yes. There we go. I'll try not to wobble the camera too much, but I am doing. I'll stop. Yes, it started to rain again, and we're proceeding with our detour, which I think I explained to you previously was because of the river flooding, the River Kent flooding back there. We've quite a bit of a long detour, which has encompassed part of the Dales Way, which maybe have added possibly a mile to our walk, which we usually term bonus miles.